Listen, the more Italian dense your area is, the more Italian you are. That's why I always say there's only two genders, Italian and Mexican. Friend of the show, Andrew.
The cameras off. This is A1 content.
This is
Friend of the show, Andrew was on Hot Ones. Let's take a look at what he had to do.
About.
Sean Evans, I'm telling you once again, I'll never forgive and I'll never forget. You stole that award from me at the Shorties all the way back in 2016, 2017. Don't remember when you won the best breakout news show of the year and you defeated me. I will never forgive and I'll never forget, Sean Evans.
So we start from the left, right? This is level 1 over here.
Because
if I fuck this up,
yeah.
Can we say the F word on this show?
Yep, you can
if
let
I
it fly.
fuck this up, then you know.
But you were about to fuck that.
That's
up.
level 10.
Actually, yeah, you actually do start on the other side.
Okay, cool.
At the hand.
I ate the whole thing.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Sight to behold.
Yeah, dude, see that?
I see.
You guys see that?
It's
I witnessed
open. It live.
I eat the juicy bone marrow off the end of it. I'm ready.
So
Respect.
Man on the Street, like the interview, it's a timeless conceit that's
Were people saying, why don't you go on this, bro? I would. I've never been invited. Because Sean Evans fears the truth. He fears that I will expose that he defeated me in the marketplace of award shows. I don't know how I would expose him, really, but, I don't fucking know. It would happen.
seems to constantly evolve with the changing times and platforms. In your approach, it's birthed an entire genre of these kind of meme bait, on location, man on the street style interview shows.
Yeah.
When you see the imitations, what are the things that you watch that make you proud to have blazed that trail? And then what are the things that annoy you the most when you see them?
Well, I mean, the first thing I want to say is that when I see imitation channels, I try to avoid being the salty old guy because I'm only 25.
Same with me.
I'm only
Same with
25
me.
years old.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people that are interviewing other people with hot wings and such. But I get really stoked when other countries do it. There's this show called Shibuya Confessions, which is pretty much modeled directly off my original Quarter Confession series in New Orleans that I used to do on Bourbon Street. It's so funny. It's this dude speaking Japanese in Shibuya in Tokyo, interviewing drunk party goers at 2 o'clock in the morning in full Japanese. Drunk old men singing karaoke late night. That's hilarious. When people do ultra meme bait, screaming mouth zooms with just not much substance to it, and they just try to get people to scream incoherently, that kind of bums me out. So when I see, I'm not gonna call anybody out, but certain successful other shows, I feel are a little bit more exploitative. Yeah. It's not even spicy, bro.
Level 2 already talking shit.
No. I'm struggling with eating the wing itself.
It doesn't look like you're struggling. It looks like you're putting on an exhibition.
Okay.
I had a conversation with him a while ago, a long time, a long time ago, where I told him what people told me when I was coming up at the Young Turks. I had some copycats, okay, and I had no ownership when I was at the Young Turks over my own IP, over my own creative work that I had created for the Young Turks, and they basically gave it to everybody, right? And everybody tried doing exactly what I was doing, but in their own way. And I remember being very, very upset about that at the time. And I forget who told me this, but it was very formative for me. Someone was like, listen, no matter what happens, because you are the original, those other people will only be the number 2 of you. They will always be second best to you. No matter how hard they try to copy what you are doing, they will always be the second best you. You will be the number 1 no matter what. And that stuck with me. It was hard to see it at the time, but that's precisely what I told Andrew. I was like, listen, what makes you unique is your voice, is your perspective. The reason why you are a pioneer in this field is because of all the things you've done. Just never lose sight of that creativity and you're fine, I think it was my mom who said that, actually. That there'll only be a second best you. And I told this to Andrew, and we recently talked about it when we hung out a while ago, and he said that, that was helpful for him as well in coming to terms with certain things.
a
Good.
show with eating wings.
That's how it looks.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Andrew, a showman.
That's what I do, man.
So sometimes we joke about the set, the Hot Ones set, being like a relic from an 80s cable access show.
Right.
Do you have any thoughts or guiding philosophy when it comes to aesthetic and how it plays into the interview medium?
Just as low effort as possible. That's what they did best in like the public access 80s days. It's like, don't use After Effects. Don't even think about it. You know, iMovie transitions go pretty hard. Just crash zooms, cross dissolves, fade to black, dip to white. You know, just get to that next frame by any means. Explosions and fireballs being a segue between two very different plot points.
All right, well, we'll put Colin on that. We'll do some sort of explosion.
That's what I'm all about. Fireballs. It spices up everything, even level 2. From Oaxaca.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So there are all these different approaches to taking a camera, pointing it at the rawness of humanity and exposing it, warts and all.
Mhm.
What would you say distinguishes someone like Sacha Baron Cohen from someone like Louis Theroux? And then where do you think you fall on that spectrum?
Well, Louis Theroux is a big inspiration because he follows what I call like radical listening, which is just approach a situation as open-minded as possible and just agree with the interviewer subtly, like a toddler. Called the toddler nod. It's like, you're not like, yes, you're so right, brother, but you're just like, letting it build. I think Sacha Baron Cohen's more of like a straight up prankster. They're both masters of their respective crafts, but Louis Theroux is the biggest inspiration to me because he's just so open-minded and caring and just trying to empathize and connect with whoever he can, even if it's like someone super far out there. Yeah, Louis is a G for that.
As someone who's explored so many fringe subcultures and groups, is there one in particular that stands out to you as being the most misrepresented or misunderstood by the rest of us?
Yeah, I
Cool.
think the furries are very misrepresented and
All
misunderstood.
right, I'm on the edge of my seat.
They're a kind, very empathetic group of people. You know what I mean? A lot of them are on the spectrum, struggle with various identity issues, and the fursuit allows them to sort of revert to that like playful childhood vibe where they can just interact with people without having to make eye contact because the fursuit
Goddamn.
covers that. Because when I went to the Midwest Fur Fest in
Shout out
Rosemont, Illinois Convention Center, baby.
There we go, right off the blue line.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking
So when I
about.
first went there, like I was asking like, you know, more sexual furry questions because I didn't know what to expect. And this furry pulled me aside and he's like, yo, that's not what this is about. This is about love and respect and having good fursuits and holding each other down. And boom, I was like, all right, furry gang. Have you met a furry before?
No, I've never met a furry, but if they do that annually in Rosemont, I gotta check it out.
Yeah,
I gotta
you
go
gotta
back
go.
home and check it out.
You should get a fursuit of your own. Costs
Ooh.
about $3,700.
Well, that's all right. Dom, make it a line item.
Yeah. I'm glad this one's a flat. Gotta eat the whole thing.
I know.
Can't
not a-
tap out.
Not a spice guy, but just crushing the whole wing, taking it down to the bone marrow and all.
Yeah, because one day my grandkids are gonna see this and wonder what Grampy Andrew could handle. I gotta set a good example for those kids.
So you have a fascinating origin story, more or less deciding on a whim to quit your job and hitchhike across the country for 70 straight days without much of a plan or goal or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any sort of harrowing, oh my God, my life might be in danger when you think about the bus stations and seedy motels that you spent so many hours in?
Yeah, my first ride ever, which was from a Arco gas station in Crowley, Louisiana, to Houston, I was mistaken for a lot lizard. Are you familiar with that term?
Is that like a prostitute thing?
Yes!
semi-
Someone who fucks truckers!
Derogatory trucker term for someone who hangs out in a large trucker parking lot and solicits services to truckers. So I'm chilling there with a bunch of other good-looking young guys, and I'm thinking they're adventurers like me, you know, they're like Jack Kerouac-minded, hippie kind of guys. All of a sudden, this like really messed up 1991 Honda Civic, like a broken windshield, no back windows, pulls up, and this little Honduran dude wearing all leather, super leather daddy outfit is like, hey, get inside. I get in, we're driving like 45 minutes, and he goes like, do you like movies? And I was like, yeah, I like movies. I was like, fuck, let's talk about movies. Then he was like, do you like porn? And I was like, all right, this is getting kind of weird, but I was like, I'm trying to be agreeable because I don't want him to kick me out of the car for some reason.
Right, you
so
need
I'm
a
like,
ride.
dude, I love porn, bro. It's my favorite shit in the world. The moment I said that I liked porn, he took the nearest freeway exit and he took us to this weird renovated farmhouse there was 6 confessional booths. Inside the confessional booths were like little TV screens
What
with
the
like
fuck?
3 different porn channels on it. So it was like a weird, creepy thing. And he's like, you wanna watch it together? And I was like, nah, I think I'm good, bro. Like, I'm just gonna watch this by myself. You do your thing, I'll do my thing. And then we'll just meet back outside and keep going. And then he was like, why were you at that truck stop? And I was like, I'm just a hitchhiker trying to explore America and get to know my home country. And he's like, oh, you shouldn't have been there, bro. Like, that's like a hooker truck stop. And I was like, oh, okay, that's all good. I'm not a hooker. And he was like, all right, that's all good. And he drove me all the way to Houston.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of a cool move by him.
Yeah, but there was a couple seconds where I was scared. I was like, this guy's gonna fucking kill me. I gotta get out of here. But no, he was like, okay, honest mistake. And we proceeded onward. So
That's awesome.
shout out to that man. This one's freaking hard.
Not all Johns.
Incredible. Incredible.
That's what we do, man.
All right, Andrew, while you enjoy that marrow, we have a recurring segment on our show called Explain That Graham.
Homie's like, classic misunderstanding. Let me drive you like up, 200, 300 miles now. Probably doesn't go the same if he was female, to be honest. Well, I mean, I guess that's the difference between like a gay John and a straight one, maybe? I don't know.
We do a deep dive on our guest Instagram, pull interesting pictures that need more context.
Oh, fantastic.
So we'll pull the picture up over here on the monitor. You just tell us the bigger story. How would you describe the sights and sounds of the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone in Seattle?
I'm from Capitol Hill, Seattle. I pretty much grew up in and around this park, Callaghan Park. So to see that on the news, it was its own country that was ran by a warlord, according to Fox News. I flew home, got off.
By no means am I saying gay Johns are better, okay? Ed Buck is an example of this, okay? Come on, there are many prominent examples. Andrew's such a blessing in the media cycle in the past couple of years.
The
Yeah.
light rail at the Capitol Hill station, walked up and, basically saw every person that I grew up with, had formed their own country. I lived in a tent in the chop for like 2 weeks.
What was that like?
It was interesting. My tent got stolen 3 times. Chop was a really fascinating, social experiment. I witnessed like a really bad shooting on one of like last days of Chop. The day after the shooting, a lot of the medics and staff decided it was too dangerous, and so a lot of them left. And so that last 4 days of Chop before the cops came and took it back was pretty lawless.
Well, at least you got to spend
Yeah.
some time there,
We buy Andrew a house and a car, please, hustle. Dude, what the fuck? What are you talking about? He owns like a very, very successful YouTube channel. He has, it's not like he lives on the fucking streets, dude. 19 months subscribers are so incredibly fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
All right, one more for you. What do you remember about running into Anthony Weiner at Target?
Yeah, I was in Target buying some White Claws for my aunt in Manhattan, and I saw Carlos Danger in there with some pit vipers on, and I was like, Anthony Weiner? And he like looked at me, he thought I was gonna record him and be like, what do you have to say for yourself? The dick pics are outrageous. But no, he didn't. He was like, what's up? I was like, huge fan. I didn't know what to say. And I was like, can I get a pic? And then I snapped this, and then, I walked off. He looks pretty upset in this picture, I would say. So I've heard that sometimes you put the spiciest wing before level 10 to elicit an extreme reaction. And this says collards and ghost. And I know that ghost is a freaking spicy pepper. So I think he might be trying to swindle me and create some sort of breakdown. But I'm gonna go for it. But I know that ghost is serious.
Andrew,
Ghost
huge
is
fan,
that the
great
spiciest
cock.
pepper on the market?
But maybe you don't even know what's going on. Ghost is not as hot as Carolina Reaper, so we might be playing all kinds of mind tricks on you.
Listen,
right
I'm not backing down, but I see what's going on here. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm almost done. Gotta finish this like a G.
Look at that. Going in. Crushing it. Grandkids are gonna be proud.
They truly are, man. Damn, level 6 accomplished.
There we go. They can't take that away from
It's
you.
hitting my tongue.
So it's never not surreal to me that this goofy chicken wing production has grown to become one of the biggest talk shows in the entire world, but I don't think that we could be having that kind of conversation if not for legacy.
Oh my God, bro. He has 11.4 million subs. I was like, what does he mean is one of the biggest talk was like, what does he mean one of the biggest talk shows? Motherfucker is literally, what the fuck? Okay, well, that's what happens. Can you imagine if we lived in a different world where I won the fucking award in 2016 instead of First We Feast? Just imagine a planet where 11.4 million subs and you're not one of them. First We Feast is the channel, not the whole show. He does do really good interviews. I mean, listen. All jokes aside about Sean Evans, because I do love like keeping that weird one-sided beef alive, you know? But you know, he's done a remarkable job, straight up. And he doesn't even know who I am probably, or that I exist, but yeah, I don't know. He did have Gordo, which had like 100 million views. Are you about to squash the beef? He has better gaming content than you. Stay humble. They produce mini shows. They had New York subway ads.
See media companies constantly, perpetually misreading and failing their own audiences.
Right.
Do you ever think about how much of your own success might be the result of the American news media machine's own neglect?
Yeah, I think that if Walter Cronkite was on TV, people might not want to watch Channel 5 as much. But I think the void created by legacy and center-right and center-left mainstream media constantly competing for shock reactions from their respective audiences has created a void that allows people like you and I to do more numbers than the traditional news media outlets because nobody wants to watch that. Both sides of mainstream media try so hard to create this ultimate like domestic enemy, whether it's like mainstream liberal media telling you that like there's these insane neo-Nazi contingents that are surrounding every major city trying to kill everyone, or if it's like, you know, center right media being like Antifa and Black Lives Matter are gonna come to your house in Branson, Missouri and burn your farm down. You know, like I'm not hating on rural people, I'm just saying like that's what they say because they know their audience, you know. And also there's lots of misrepresentations of the South, you know, classic tropes about the South being the place of the problem from center-left media. Then on center-right media, there's talking about how California is like this third world shithole, and it's not. It just has problems like everywhere else. And it's just kind of scary because people really think that there's like this boogeyman on the other side of the political spectrum. And there definitely is if you're looking for it. But most people are just more concerned with their day-to-day life. They don't have time to participate in the political theater that we saw unfold, you know, in 2020. Where's this one from?
South Dakota. Getting in there.
Bro, he's crushing these fucking wings, dog. What
Should I do
the
it?
fuck?
Yeah, I'll do it too.
You want to slam the marrow?
Let's slam some marrow.
That's not even marrow,
yeah.
is it?
That's good marrow.
See that in there?
Yeah.
He's having the fucking the white thing is the cartilage. He's not even slamming the marrow. He's slamming the cartilage. Which I do respect. I think it's gnarly. I hate cartilage.
But your RV travels are like a food lover's fantasy.
Right.
What to you is the best regional fast food chain?
I think that Buc-ee's in Texas, it's a gas station chain. They have like the best pulled pork and brisket sandwiches. That stuff is so good.
Do you have an all-time favorite roadside attraction that you've ever discovered off an interstate exit?
I like the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada. It's like an old school clown themed motel in the middle of the Nevada desert on the drive between Reno and Las Vegas. Last time I was there was a juggalo walking around with a staff that had an axe on the top of
That's
it.
terrifying.
Just fucking swinging it around. And he got pulled over and arrested. But yeah, that's Nye County for you. Population 2,000.
Which one's the most overrated? Fantastic Caverns?
Fantastic Caverns is definitely overrated. They need to unban my cameraman Nick from their beautiful underground cave. Overrated attractions, I mean, all the national parks to me are overrated because they're so full of just annoying ass people. Like the Grand Canyon would have been so beautiful, but you have to go through so many steps and pass so many Sedona style tourist towns where you get like taxed $1 million before you finally feast your eyes on the Grand Canyon. And you can't even walk around without paying a fee. It's not American.
This next one is the bomb beyond insanity.
The bomb beyond insanity. This is a serious thing. I know this is fucked up. Habanero peppers. Okay. Chipotle puree. I think I can do this one.
There's something about this one.
Wait, you could do this one, but you've done this how many times?
Like 275.
Okay, cool.
Huh.
So you're good to go.
Uh-oh.
Bro, Sean Evans's mouth is like fucking rubber at this point, brother. He's like, it's an inflammable substance, honestly. Like, this motherfucker is hoard out his mouth at this point. Like, there's no shot.
Oh yeah, this is fucking bad.
No, dude, I'm telling you, his butthole is like impenetrable, dude. Inflammable means flammable. Okay, whatever. Fucking non-flammable. Shut the fuck up. What is it? Non-flame retardant or whatever? I don't know what the word is. Dude, making it worse. What is it?
Dude, yeah, that one is a different animal altogether. Oh, shit. Go for that milk. Go for that milk.
Homie in the chat said flame neurodivergent. That's insane, bro.
Oh, God. Oh, man. I was talking way too much shit.
The grandkids are still proud, Andrew.
I'm sorry to my grandchildren. The bomb beyond insanity is not for me. Wow, dude.
Yeah.
You're in tears. And you do this.
This sauce is one that we've kept on the table since like the beginning of the show. And this is why. That is just nonstop, all the time. What did you mean when you said East Coast is not good content? People are not that funny.
God damn it, you waited until I fucking... When is this gonna go away?
It's just gonna keep going up and up and up. But this is as bad as it's gonna get.
All right. The East Coast is funny. There's people on the East Coast that are funny. But the vast suburbs that comprise the majority of the population of the East Coast make the East Coast not that funny. Westchester, New York, not fucking funny. Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, not funny. Lowell, Massachusetts, not funny. Long Island, kind of funny. Upstate New York, some laughs. But you gotta really nitpick the funny East Coast guys. They're all like 60 plus years old, or they're like under 20.
What makes Florida such a content mecca? Like the eccentrics that you find out there.
Man. It's a problem. Florida has a huge mid-level celebrity influencer culture. Jackass influenced, Juggalo adjacent, harm heavy, Vegas vacationing contingent. That's Florida. Shout out to Mike Busey and the Sausage Castle. That's what I think of. Everybody at the Sausage Castle has 15,000 Instagram followers.
Now those motherfuckers are crazy. But yeah, after you fucking, you know, after you get an in with the Sausage Castle, like you're not gonna like anybody from fucking Westchester and shit.
Bingo, psycho hot sauce. Warning, extreme.
East Coast not good content has to be his worst take. New York City's content central. He doesn't want smoke from side talk. Bro, this is literally the reason why he's right about the East Coast not being good content. It's because like even motherfuckers who are like this and XQC already reacted this has the exact same energy. Okay? This person is taking this entirely too seriously and thinking that he's like a Fedayeen for Felix. This person is, again, taking the content entirely too seriously and taking themselves too seriously. Like, even in their unseriousness. He's like, nah, you don't want the smoke, bro. Like, we could be the fucking least serious if we want to. Dead ass. On God, bro.
15 out of 10 heat. It's all good. I would just take down some more milk.
Don't take down any more milk.
I'll just take some more milk down.
No
It's
more
okay.
milk. No more milk.
It's all right, man. God damn it, here we go again.
Look, I mean, there's obviously like beautiful content in a place like as you know, as complex as New York and New York City in general. There's first of all Italians. Automatically, there's a lot of fucking content out there. Okay, can't be funny if you're from Ohio. Nothing is happening over there? No Italians in California? No, those motherfuckers stayed, bro. They literally went all the way to Chicago and that's it. Listen, the more Italian dense your area is, the more Italian you are. That's why I always say there's only two genders, Italian and Mexican. Okay, the closer you are to the tri-state, the more Italian you are. Okay, when you go to Massachusetts, you're Irish. When you go to Chicago, you're Polish. Okay, I don't make the rules. When you go to the Southwest, you become more Mexican, and the food gets better. Okay? Like Mexican food to Italian food is like it's like this converging path, right? Where the further into the tri-state area in that region, like northeast you are, the better the Italian food is, the worse the Mexican food is. The further down south you go, like southwest, the better the Mexican food is, the worse the Italian food is. Okay? Bro, that's just dialectics. Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's how it works. That's how it is. There are Mexicans in the Northeast. No, motherfucker. They're not Mexican. They're Italian. Just like there's no Italians in the fucking Southwest. They're Mexican. Or Italian Mexicans, i.e. Puerto Rican. in the in the Northeast, I mean. I don't even know if that makes sense or not. I just made that up. But yeah, if you are living adjacent to the Great Lakes, you're Polish. I don't make the rules, except I did, and these are correct. This is borderline racist. It's true. Yeah, two people of color. It's not racist. It's anti-racist. Do you understand? By that logic, you're not even Turkish. Instead, you're Mexican. Yes, I used to be Italian, and now I'm Mexican. This is true. You're finally figuring it out. You're getting it, dude. You're literally getting it. That's my point. Yes. Found out recently I'm 20% less Italian than we thought and 19% Slav. W. The thing is, both Italians and Mexicans are Turks. So technically, everyone's just Turkish. So there's that reality too, which goes unaddressed quite frequently, quite regularly, which is kind of fucked up. But yes, Italians are Turks, 100% confirmed. Mexicans are Turks, 100% confirmed. And therefore, whether you're Italian as a consequence of being close to the, tri-state area, or whether you're Mexican as a consequence of being closer to the southwestern region of the United States, doesn't matter. You're still Turkish.
What's your biggest interviewer pet peeve when you watch other interviewers interview?
Just leading questions. Like, some people would say that you're the worst rapper of all time. How do you respond to people who would say that? It's like, you're the one saying it. This one's more of a tongue blaster.
Yeah. It's coming at you from all sides. The walls are closing in over here.
No. It's okay.
But the good news is, we have made it to the final wing.
The last dab. This is your hot sauce.
This is our hot sauce. It's the last dab. We call it the last dab because it's tradition around here to put a little extra on the last wing. You don't have to if you don't want to, and I'd actually recommend you don't.
Oh, man.
Bro, I just realized I literally forgot to run the top of the hour fucking ad break at 2. Which is fucking lame as hell, dude. How dare I? You dodged it. You all fucking dodged it, boys. You all dodged it. Except, no, you didn't. I'm running it now. Because at the fucking middle, 2:40 is like the worst time to run the ad break. Like, straight up the worst part of the hour. But right at the last dab, I'm hitting you with the last dab of an ad break. Do not subscribe. Do not spend money here. Do not start donating. My stream is free entertainment and entertainment only. I won't read your dono. I will mute TTS. You will get banned 100%. You understand? You will only waste your money and ruin my day. Unless you want to avoid the top of the hour ad break. I love that copy pasta, by the way. Yeah, New York Nico is a great example of a person, I think, who like showcases the beauties of New York and the people of New York in a really like empathetic way without like really exploiting people.
Zabos. Look at this fucking cross section. Little schmear, cream cheese, capers, onions, eating healthy. My mouth's about to smell like a fucking ocean. First time eating lox.
Honestly though, like cuisine is fucking cuisine, a. This guy is in 120 FOV. As a Mexican, I'm going to illegally steal a sub to avoid the ad break, just like how we're taking your jobs. Yeah, well, I mean, you can also get one from like Black Catarot, for example, who just gifted 5 gifted subs. So that's a good way to do it too. If you're a good boy or a good girl, or a good MB, you can like avoid the ad breaks that way too. Eugene, here's the ad break now.
Like, I mean, especially like early stuff. He had that like Kush mixtape.
You listen to rap.
Whoa.
You do. You know about Kush and Orange Juice.
Mhm.
You're a rap fan.
Yep.
That's awesome. Because I didn't know if you were just saying it because you know what's what interviewers do. They mirror.
Oh, right.
But you know about Kush and Orange Juice. Wiz
Yeah,
Khalifa's
yeah.
2011 hit mixtape from datpiff.com.
Yeah, I remember the cover art. Remember he's like in that
Yeah.
like pinstripe. He's in that like pinstripe suit.
First time I ever smoked weed was to that song. The Kid
Oh, really?
Frankie, song number 8. I was at hiding under a slide at a local playground with 6 dudes standing around me being like, hit the blood, you know? You know that song? If you wanna make a weed song, here goes a weed song. Still blazing, still blazing, still blazing. That ganja flowing so amazing. I was
Actually,
smoking weed to that one.
was that during the Trek God days?
You say that one for the last wing, huh?
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, what and who is Trek God?
Well, should we eat? Can you?
You want me to start rapping, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I see. You're gonna make me start rapping, aren't you?
You can see where this
All
is
right,
going.
number 10 wing. Shout out to my grandkids. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Brolin. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa. Bryan Cranston, if you're watching this, I love you and your acting.
Down it goes. There you go. There you go. We have scaled the heights of Spice Mountain and gonna put you a little bit on the spot here to close things out. You know, it's impossible to deny the role that music plays in your videos.
Man, it's wild to think about how much Taylor Gang was popping the fuck off. That's
amazing.
wild.
No matter where you go or who you're talking to, someone always has bars. So here to close things out, I'm curious if we can take things back with a throwback Trek God freestyle to encapsulate your experience with the Wings of Death today.
Dingo psychosis. Bitch, I feel like Brolin. Feel like Wiz Khalifa. Coming with them heaters. I feel like Justin Bieber.
Oh no.
I don't take threats. I do damage. God damn it, I'm not from this planet. Whoops, I meant planet. Sean is so on it. Brolin was in this bitch. Now I'm in this bitch. I'm never throwing in the towel in this bitch.
Drink all the milk in this bitch and look
No.
at Andrew taking on the Wings of Death.
Damn, they called him out, dude. They called his ass out. He was a milky boy, huh? Now we know how he fucking kept it together, dude. Now we know how he kept his fucking composure. I was over here. He was misdirecting us with his whole fucking, oh, look at me. I'm eating the fucking bone marrow. Meanwhile, he's sucking the milk marrow. How do you think you would do a hot ones? You good with Crazy Spice? Yes, I'm very good at Crazy Spice.
Living to tell the tale somehow, some way, even though there was a second there where I thought we were gonna lose you. Never that.
Wait, we all saw because we were watching? No, I mean, you did see him drink the milk, but like not that much.
Never that. Stayed focused, stayed strong, and made it all the way to the end. Now there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, this camera, this camera. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Oh shit, well, I'm working on a movie. I'm working on a cartoon. I'm working on a new book. Try to get a publishing deal, or maybe I'll do it independently or something. And I'm gonna release that and go on a book tour. And then yeah, hopefully the movie gets announced soon. Hopefully my cartoon
I've seen parts of it. It's fucking fire.
comes out soon, and hopefully my book comes out soon. And hopefully this episode comes out soon. Thanks so much for having me on. This was so freaking fun.
Good job. Good
This
job.
is great, dude. I can't believe you think everyone is Turks when you know that everyone actually gets baited at the top of the hour ad break. I mean, Turkish people get baited at the top of the hour ad break just like everybody else. You know what I mean? I don't know why you would think that, like... Which, he just mentioned 3 things. I was talking about the movie.